Success. 16 gig is achievable on a t410s. People are running into a number of problems, and it's not down to the hardware. It's because of fucking Windows. Pre-installed with 4 GB or less, or 8 GB or less, and then they put the memory in and reinstall, or they restart the machine, and they discover it just hangs there because Windows is shit. It's confirmed, and it wasn't. I didn't need to find out what the command was. Or it's all part of the GUI, graphical user interface, GUI, whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it. On Pop OS, just like there is on Fedora. I went to settings, then I went to about. So if you're running Pop OS, go to settings and then about, and you'll get a report on device name, memory, processor, graphics, disk capacity, operating system name, OS type, 64-bit, genome version, windowing system, and so on. So, memory, 15.4 GB, processor, Intel Core i5, CPU M520 at 2.40 GHz, times 4, because it's a 4 cores running out that. And great. Just in case you were thinking, nah, here it is. Okay, there's the evidence, and I also thought, well, just look in the BIOS as well. I didn't, these things don't initially think about. So I looked in the BIOS before any software was dictating, no, we can't do this or that with this hardware. 16 gig is, I think any more than that, you just, as a home user, you don't need any more than that. But again, there's a problem there. If it did come and it's capable of 16 gig, but it didn't come with the NVIDIA card, it would have been great potential for doing some other things, experiments here and there with seeing how it would handle some old games as well. That not really that old, but as technology moves on, it's old in that respect. But certainly see how the graphics come out with something that has the NVIDIA chipset versus the i5. I don't know yet if that. I think it's a soldered CPU, T410. I know the T430 isn't. It's socketed. So how am I doing this? Where did I get the extra memory from? I had it lying around and swapped. Basically I swapped it's the same RAM type. DDR3 is it? So I swapped it from the X220 and put whatever was in the T410 in the X220. Basically swap them around. I'll swap them back now because I want the 16 gig on the X220 really. So again, Pop OS, just go to settings, which should be your top right corner unless you've changed things. Your drop down menu, settings, and then scroll through your options on the left menu from the box that shows up. Go to about, and you'll get that. On the X220, it's giving me 6.5 GB from 8 GB installed. Intel Core i7, CPU 2.80 GHz times 4 cores, for the processor. Yeah, Intel graphics 3000. I don't know what the SNB G2 T2 in brackets is. Says there. Don't know what that is. Because on the t410 it says Intel HD graphics. ILK in brackets. Don't know. I don't know what these things are. I looked them up anyway. That's good to know. That means you've got a fairly powerful machine in terms of RAM usage. I'll probably be able to get some cheap 8 gigabyte memory sticks off eBay, and I have two systems with 16 gigabyte then, and I might then swap that. I said I might actually give it to somebody who's doing it. Depends. Or I might swap it with a system behind me doing the music feed. So yeah, that does mean again that the music feed would stop and then go again. Nobody goes in the chat there anyway, but it is there potentially for future ideas in giving people shout outs mixed into the music feed who have activity on exploratingminds.com, and telling people go and check out, I don't know, let's say Jerry Woodward or Martin Hubbard posted a blog. Go and check out a blog on whatever subject. Thank you for your contribution, and then you get the music feed coming back in. So a lot of videos separately coming from me today, and this is the third one today, is it? Regardless of content that come, I got to get sorted now, tidy some things up in this room, and pop to the shop, get some goodies, and come back and then work on the videos for about the octopus. There's some couple of websites that had information on the biology of the octopus. They come in various different forms. Some people keep them as pets because you think of an octopus as a big, huge thing, but there's little tiny ones as well that they only get so big, and they have them as pets. Some of them are highly poisonous as well. So they're fascinating little creatures, or even big creatures as well. The shapes and come in various sizes and different guises, I guess. And I found that fascinating. What after the scientists talked about octopus-like creatures, I thought, well, let's have a look at what we know about the octopus from Earth, our octopus creature, and there's some fascinating information on that. So again, that's what I'm doing today. If you're interested, please comment, rate, subscribe, and if you want to donate, please do. There's donation links link below, as well as the there's always a donation link in the menus at Exploring Minds. Regardless of how you go about things, if you support us, thank you very much. I say us because there's two others, and nobody sees or hears much about them, but you can communicate with them actually on Exploring Minds if you want to. I did ask Jerry and Lisa, do you want to come on video or something? And they talked about it, so they might, but I know particularly Lisa particularly. I know Jerry's quite kind of a private person, but Lisa particularly, she's a private person. I don't imagine her ever coming on camera. She might come in a chat room though, which I don't blame them. The first time, I understand it. The first time I ever hit YouTube, ever, many moons ago, all I was doing is just dabbling with some music software and uploading that. I never went on camera, and for me it was a big brave step just to have my face on as back then you could have your own page, YouTube background and so on, and there I was on my own background. I'm a different person now. I'm more confident in that. So yeah, I'm good to go on that once I get the memory chips. I'm going to swap them back now, so that'll end up being 6.5 and this will end up being 15.4 in terms of memory. Again, you don't report the top amount because your software's got to run on a bit of it. It's telling you what's free and available. Brilliant. I love that. I love the fact that it's a laptop that probably came out 2013 or 2012 is actually, and it was way ahead. Well, not way ahead. It was one of the fancier ones ahead of its, the top of the range. So mid to top range in the market at the time. But they wouldn't come with 16 gigabyte. They would come with 8 or 4 to 8 gigabyte, and low amount of hard drive space compared to what you can get now. And they wouldn't, they come with a CD drive, which is, like I said, is hot swappable. You can have an adaptation in there for MSATA drivers or or one of these drives, laptop drives, and you can change the mobile phone network chip to an MSATA small chip, which is fairly small. MSATA drive would be kind of about that size, and similar edge connector, but that is actually out of the X220 for the mobile phone networks. Nobody uses that on the laptop anymore. But it's wonderful that you could swap one thing for a totally different use, and that is actual data storage, and they're very fast in terms of, I think it's fast enough. I mean, certainly these things are probably faster and get things done instantly, but it's practical, it's usable, and this is a way to upgrade these things on the cheap, as and when, rather than losing a couple hundred on something that would be the same, very similar or same specification. But imagine having a laptop, the three bits of hardware totally separate from each other, the 3 booting devices, and that's even before you get into putting a USB. You can boot from a USB or an externals on the thing. This is all internal. I think that's really cool. I find that appealing. I'm a bit weird like that. I just find that really cool. I do. I'm going to put these plates back on, get the memory swap back, and we're good to go then. Thank you very much for watching. Take care as always. Again, all those links are there if you want to support. If you want to comment, please do. So check out Laptop Retrospective. He's got many videos on the ThinkPad range as well, and how I learned to do some of the things I'm doing is because of him. And it's great to share this knowledge and put it out there. He said, let me know how that goes with the t410s. Yeah, because of the NVIDIA. I told him, I've just ordered one with NVIDIA, but turned out it didn't have it. So the guy on eBay hasn't got back to me yet on the refund, but he did say is €70 okay. So I'm assuming he or she is going to follow up. I'll let you know as soon as I do. It should do. It's been amicable and fine communication. Once he does it, I'll then give him a review and some you know, because he's communicating fine. You know, it's just he deserves some positive feedback despite this mistake. And you know, we've been talking about solving that.